Thanks for tuning into Stocks with Antonio. Man, the market just keeps running up, right? It looks like we're never going to get that pullback. And I know some of you that may be watching this, that's exactly how you feel. But just know that if you have some positions in your portfolio that you got into and your goal was just for short-term gains, you might want to go ahead and look at those and maybe take some profits, have them on the sidelines, because what will happen is we will have a pullback. When? Nobody knows, right? Right now, the trend is to the upside. And remember, the trend is your friend. So I wouldn't try to get in front of it and start, if you're an option trader to put puts or try to time it. I would just wait till we start seeing pullbacks. But a pullback will happen. And if you're in profits, I think it's not a bad idea to take some of those profits and have them ready to go on the next buying opportunities. Now, again, don't get it confused. I'm not bearish. I'm bullish for this year. I'm bullish for next year. But we're bound to have a pullback. We can't just run up, and we've been running up for weeks now. So every day that you see another green day, we're just getting closer now at this point to a pullback. And I just want to make that aware. So, you're paying attention hopefully to your portfolio. And I also want to talk about, even though we see the market still moving up, some of the segments that were hot were getting a little bit of a pullback, and that's in the space sector. When we got the news about the IPO for SpaceX, a lot of space stocks were moving, right? Redwire, look at Redwire. It went all the way, I believe, a little bit over $25 a share. I think it's still around that above $20. That stock was trading under $10 a share not that long ago at all. What a move. Rocket Lab was under $100, went all the way up to, I believe, 150. There's a lot of space stocks that just went crazy. And a lot of people then start talking about them, and people start to get excited and they start to get into them when they already rocketed, right? And some people thought, hey, this thing's going to go to the moon. There's not going to be a pullback. And they started to get into Redwire at $25, Rocket Lab at 150, and now they're bag holding. The reason I wanted to make a video about this is, if right now you're in the market and you're looking for stocks and you're coming across stocks that run up and you're like, man, I really like this company, but you see that it's made a quick, it's run up a lot in a short period of time. It doesn't mean it's a bad company or that you missed your opportunity. It's just, have a notebook, have somewhere where you can write stocks that you like, good companies that you like. And if you see that they run up, just wait for a pullback. Wait till they start coming down, right? They will eventually come down. In my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot tell you when or what to buy, when to sell, things like that. But I'm just sharing my opinion, and I'm trying to hopefully you can prevent, buying at all-time highs and becoming a bag holder, because that happens to a lot. That happens to a lot of us retail investors. We get excited, and people are going to start talking about the stocks that are running up, right? Those are the videos that you're going to see on YouTube, that people are talking about the latest and hottest stock, the latest and hottest segments, and it gets people pumped up. And especially when you start watching them and you see them, going up and up every day, week after week, like it has been going, right? Some people are like, man, I'm going to get in. And by the time they decide to get in, man, it's already too late. It's already run up. And a lot of times when stocks come across our attention, they've already done the run up, right? Who really gets invested is the ones that invested in it early, before people were hyping it up, before they were being talked about. And that's what you kind of want to look at as a smart investor. You want to look for good companies that nobody's really talking about, that they're missing the opportunity, and you come in and you get your entry point, you start building a position. So when finally that stock wakes up and starts making the move to the upside, right, you got your position already built out. And there's a lot of companies right now that are not hyped up right now, but they're great assets to have. And those are the ones, in my opinion, you want to be on the hunt for. So, like, look at the space sector; it's pulling back a little bit. Doesn't mean it's a bad, they're bad investments. You want to I think Rocket Lab is a great company to have in your portfolio. Redwire, I think, has a lot of potential. But if you saw that it ran up a lot in a short period of time, I would just simply wait for a pullback. That's all I'm saying. And I'm saying this because even though the space sectors, some of the stocks I just mentioned in this video, are pulling back, there's other ones now that are pumping, right? Look at Dell. As a matter of fact, anytime the president talks about a stock, you may want to think about entering, right? Because once that news comes out, these stocks pump. Dell right now, it's running up like crazy, right? Not too long ago, or the day before, was IBM as well. So pay attention to things that could, increase your money. A lot of people are too concerned with things that they really can't control, right? And I'm not saying don't pay attention to what's going on in the world. It's important to pay attention, but take your energy and focus it on ways that, hey, you can change your money basically, in the sense of making it grow. Now it's not all about money. I get it. Some people are going to say, hey, I want to spend time with my family, stuff at the end of the day, you need money. And if you want to spend more time with friends, with family, whatever it may be that you like to do, what's going to help you do that is going to be building up your money. So a way you could do that is in the stock market. But remember, investing does carry risk and you can lose money. But something that can change your money if you're patient long term, if you're investing in good assets, is the stock market. And for a lot of people that work a 9 to 5, or even if you run a business, no matter what you do for a living, but for a lot of people that have busy lives, a great way to maybe build wealth for them on the side is through the stock market. Make sure some of that money that you're making from your 9 to 5, or again, however you make your income, that you're getting some of it and you're putting some into some good investments so it can grow over time. Some of you may be watching this and say, I want to try and make some money short term. I do both. I invest long term, short term, but you can the money that you bring in from doing whatever you do to make a living, you could take some of that money and put it in the stock market and try and make money in the short term, right? Now, if you are going to go that route, try to learn the chart. Make sure you try to be responsible. But the big reason I made the video, I just wanted to show, look at these stocks that were just running up. And even though the market's still running up, despite going to new highs, some of these stocks now are pulling back. Now, that doesn't mean forget about them. That's what you want to wait for, is hey, some of my favorite stocks that ran up that I missed out on, now they're pulling back. Look for entries, right? And now new ones are running up. Look at Dell. Now that people are talking about Dell. Before, nobody was talking about Dell. So with that said, you want to look for companies that are having good earnings, good forward guidance. They're increasing the revenue. They have the things that show that the business has a future, right? They have growth, they have income, they have good forward guidance. But sometimes companies like that, people are sleeping on, and that's your opportunity to find those stocks, get in them, build a position. So when they finally wake up, when people finally start talking them up and pumping them up, you reap all that benefit to the upside, because the people that are making the most profits in the stock market are the ones that are investing early, being patient, and getting into these good assets before people start pumping them up and talking them about it. The ones that invested in Rocket Lab last year, their portfolios are looking super great, right? The ones that invested in Redwire when it was under $10, their portfolios are looking super great. Now, the ones that are investing in Rocket Lab at 150, now they're back holding. Same thing with Redwire. The ones that invested when it was at 25, now they're back holding. That's what you want to try to prevent. So go ahead, look at the stock market, at the ones that are running up, write the ones that you like down, wait for pullbacks on those, and go on the hunt. Look, hey, where's their opportunity? I just made a video yesterday. If you haven't done so, check it out. Look at some companies that are pulling back. SoFi is running up, but that's a stock that's gotten beaten down. And I talked about in my last video. It was around $32 a share. When it was at $32 a share, everyone was talking about it. Is the company had anything negative really come out about it? No. They continue to beat earnings. They continue to grow. They continue to grow revenue. The CEO continues to do a good job running the company. That's one that I would start getting into a position, even if I didn't have it. But I already have it. And what I do at these prices, I still DCA into it. I think under $20 is still a great buying opportunity and a lot of room to the upside. Now, I'm just sharing my opinion. Another one that keeps pulling back, that keeps getting beaten up, is Meta. When Meta wakes up, this stock is going to run. So instead of chasing the ones that you already see pumping, look at the ones that are getting beaten down. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Hopefully it helps you out in your investment journeys. But do remember, I'm not a financial advisor, just sharing my opinion. I can't tell you what to buy, hold, or sell, but I do appreciate you watching this one. If you haven't done so, please smash the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe to the channel and check out the link in the description box. I got some useful things in there for you, and I'll see you on the next one.